This is a fascinating discussion. Let's have it. I 100% agree. Science is falsifiable, evidence based, and accountable to the scientific method. But I think that where our misunderstanding is coming from is that you seem to be looking at science as like a either it is or it isn't kind of thing. But anytime you use the scientific method, you are doing science. And you can use science to study whatever the fuck you want. But you don't have a problem with me. You've got a beef with Karl Marx, specifically when it comes to the socialism thing. Because he is the one who said that he was studying it scientifically. Marx was trying to do for socialism what Darwin did for evolution. His socialism was scientific in the sense that he looked at history and he saw that class warfare was kind of the driver for societal change. So that's what he meant by scientific. The one word I didn't see mentioned that I think is an important part of the piece you're missing is theory. Evolution is a theory. Marxism is a theory. I do agree capitalism is scientific, and in fact capitalism is an important part in Marxist theory. So Marx was looking at all of history and then said, there seems to be something here having to do with class. And that is what theory does. Theory is kind of like a roadmap. It says, hey, here's the things that are important to pay attention to, and here's the stuff you can kind of ignore. And Marx was going big with his theory, right? Just like Darwin did. He was essentially saying, I can explain all of human history by using class. And that has the benefit of being very parsimonious, which is something we like in political theories. And it simply means you explain a lot with like one variable. Now, I got a political science degree. My master's is international and comparative politics. And if you go to like any school in the United States, really, that is a public school, you're probably going to get told that there's like 3 theories of international relations: realism, liberalism, and constructivism. And you can use science regardless of which of those 3 you choose, but you won't be given an honest assessment of what Marxism or communism really is. Marx also called his theory scientific socialism, though, to distinguish it from the other socialists of his day. He called them like the utopians, because they were just kind of dreaming of a socialist world, but they didn't have any like basis in reality for it. And so Marx provided that basis. But if you want to study something scientifically in the social sciences, you have to do at least 2 things. You have to conceptualize what it is you're studying, and then you have to operationalize it so that you can measure it. Freedom, democracy, socialism, these are all just words, so you have to conceptualize them. You have to explain what you mean when you say socialism, freedom, democracy, whatever. And then you have to operationalize it, meaning, how do I know when I'm in the real world that I'm looking at whatever you are talking about? So maybe for democracy, it's how they vote. Maybe for freedom, you have some sort of an index. Maybe for socialism, you look for key qualifiers of socialist, societies. But when you do any of that, you're doing the scientific method. That's a part of it. I hope this helps. Resistant to Biodudes.